you're going to jail. It's unwise to do things to put yourself in jail.
Yeah, but before I was jail, I was already there.
And talking isn't going to change my mind.
I know it.
Thank you. Bye.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Welcome to Off the Record, where I select the best court cases where the judges give the best lessons to the criminals out there in the US of A. I also cut out all of the court record mandatory statements that the judge has to read into the record, so you end up watching only the good stuff, as I want my subscribers that give me their time for that time to be worth it. So, please subscribe and let's go learn a lesson off the record.
David Anthony Colbert. That's you? I'm sorry?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you know this man? Who's your attorney? Have you ever met him before? John West? You just met him?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let me ask you. So first of all, are you employed anywhere?
No, I'm working.
Do you have any income at all?
I'm working with like labor max and stuff.
Do you have any income at all? Is my question to you, sir.
I mean, not people. I mean, it's much side job, but like it's not.
I can't understand. Yeah, you're going to have to
speak on player. I said it's not every day. Not an everyday job.
Because this says you have zero income.
Nah, yeah.
This is what you signed under oath.
I don't work every day. I ain't working none of this.
Do you work part-time, or does everybody else pay your way through life? What's the deal?
Just tell it.
You have to be independent, right?
Just tell it I work every night.
Doing what?
Just tell it labor max and people really.
You know what? When I ask you questions, I expect an answer for you straightforward. Okay? And don't criticize me. You're the one charged with a third-degree felony here. You need to navigate this responsibly. It's saying that you didn't follow the rules. So just please be courteous, okay? Can you do that? Can you do that?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. You're charged with this third-degree felony of assault of a family member by choking them. This carries with it up to 10 years in prison. Do you understand? 10 years in prison. Okay. Have you ever been charged with an offense before?
Yeah.
You ever been convicted of anything before?
Not no.
Listen closely. Have you ever been convicted of anything before? What?
Misdemeanor gun case.
Where? In what county? Have you lived in China your whole life?
Not from my thing.
It says you live in China.
Yeah, but I'm not from my thing.
Do we have a problem communicating here? I'm asking you, have you lived there your whole life?
Yeah, you know, I lived out there, but
Be nice and courteous, or you get a timeout in the box. Okay? How long have you lived in China?
2 years.
Before that,
My second year.
before that, where did you live?
Beaumont.
Okay. And how long did you live in Beaumont?
All my life.
Okay. You were born here? Where'd you go to school?
Nah, places.
A lot of places. No, where'd you did you graduate from high school?
No.
It says you've been arrested 9 times, including this one. And this isn't the first family violence. 2 marijuanas, unlawfully carrying a weapon, evading detention, resisting arrest, and assault.
This is the 4th offense with the same lady. Each of the other 3 offenses have been dismissed. The state's going to proceed on this case, whether she's going to cooperate or not, because we have a video as well as 2 independent witnesses.
This is you're saying this is the 4th time
This is
he's
the
charged
4th
with
time.
assaulting that lady?
Yes, sir. So whether or not she cooperates, I'm going to move forward with prosecution.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He was speaking. You get a chance to speak. That's rude. Everybody knows that. We learned that in 3rd grade, not to interrupt people. Thank you. You just don't follow the rules, whether it's law or decorum. You got to treat people politely. Harm no one. Live honestly. Give each person respect. Assaulting somebody 4 times doesn't show that you're doing that. Did you just interrupt me again? See, we learned that when we were kids. My goodness, you're going to have to take your first step at a time here. You're rude. Well, that last one, the one before that, the position. So you did 6 months for the resisting arrest? You did 6 months for the resisting arrest in 21?
Yeah.
all three of these were disposed of at the same time.
What, show me what were they all misdemeanor?
Yes, sir, all misdemeanors. He got 100 days in jail for all of them. And then it was like these, the 2 marijuana possession, and then this unlawfully carrying. And this because he was doing those 3. So all of this was taken care of.
2 weapons,
Today.
2 weapons and the resisting arrest. Okay,
The resisting, the evading, and the weapons charge were all convictions. The second weapons charge and the 2 marijuana were dismissed due to the mechanism of those.
oh, this probable cause affidavit states that the victim said you strangled her with both of your hands. She couldn't breathe for several minutes. You have assaulted her several times and she wished to file charges. And so here you are. You said there's a video of him?
There is just that, and there are 2 store clerks where this happened that witnessed the event as well.
All right, here's what is your bond right now?
My bond was 15.
Sure.
Huh?
I'm sure it's probably 15,000. It's probably 1,500.
Yes, we paid 10%.
Yes, paid 1,500 bond out.
Correct, 15,000.
Okay, what else? Is that it? Are there any other conditions? Okay, here's what you're going to be ordered to do. Have no contact with this lady. You understand? Huh? Okay, and you're going to have you're ordered to have a GPS device on you so I know where you are so you don't contact her. Okay? That's a condition of your mind. You find that funny?
No.
Yeah, well, I don't see anything funny here. This is pretty serious by assaulting ladies. This is, you know what? You can sit over at timeout when you learn to quit interrupting. All right, we'll go to somebody else. What's his bond, Colbert?
It is $15,000, sir.
Okay, your bond, you have failed your drug test. You've got marijuana in you, which is illegal. While on bond, you cannot commit a crime like having drugs in you.
So this is what I'm saying.
You have the scientific test, so the drugs are in you. Your bond is revoked, and it's 15.
Currently 15,000.
It will be 30,000 plus you have to have a drug patch as a condition of bond. You'll be taken into custody. Please follow the rules. John,
If I got out of the jail on bond,
that's enough.
I mean, I'm still dirty, right?
Hmm?
I'm still dirty, right? If I
No.
got out of the jail on bond, right? Yeah, because I was smoking while I was on bond, before I went to jail.
What do you want you want me to revoke your bond until the case is disposed? What are you asking for?
Sir, all I'm saying is if I'm on bond, right? I know I'm on bond.
Yeah, no, you have to get a drug patch as a condition of bond, and that will
I
test
got
you.
arrested in jail.
I will test you immediately. It will test immediately. And if it shows up dirty, then you'll be arrested again and we'll go through this one more time.
No, I ain't trying to arrest. I ain't trying to arrest again.
Yeah.
I ain't doing
Well, you're
it.
taken into custody and until you have a drug patch on and your bond is double. And that's,
Yeah, but that's crazy because
That's crazy.
I just got out of jail.
I'll tell you what's crazy is whatever you do when you commit crimes, that's what's crazy.
Yeah, but if I went
And to
jail-
use drugs while on,
No,
to
I
use
did-
drugs.
I used drugs before that. If I'm smoking weed don't stay in your system for 6 months to a year, right? I mean, I just bonded out on this case. They ain't even
You
been a
got
whole
drugs
year.
in you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it haven't been a whole year.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
The debate is over with. You're in custody, period. In the ball game. The scientific tests showed that you had drugs in
It was gonna
you.
show dirty anyway.
You know what? Are you a smart guy?
Yeah, it was gonna show dirty anyway.
Well,
If I-
it's
even
not
when
very
I think
smart,
upon it.
not very smart to be using drugs while on,
How you using
bond.
drugs when I was using drugs before I bonded out?
you know, you're going to jail. It's unwise to do things to put yourself in jail.
Yeah, but before I went to jail, I was already.
And talking isn't going to change my mind.
I know.
Thank you. Bye.
Do
Follow the rules.
you still want to have the GPS device that you ordered?
Yeah. Yeah, we want to know where he is all the time.
Right, I just need to confirm.
See, kids, a lesson there. Follow the rules.
The Emperor is not as forgiving as I am.
Did you understand you're charged with criminal mischief, $2,500 to $30,000? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand? You can unfold your arms. Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
So to say.
I'm sorry?
So to say.
I'm sorry, what?
So to say, yeah, a little bit.
Okay, I don't understand the first.
No.
All right. Do you want a jury trial?
No.
Because we'll give you one.
Okay, no.
So again, so we're back to the question, are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? I'm sorry, now are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, no.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Sure. All right, the court is finding there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court is finding you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, I would just like to make a brief record, if I may.
Yes.
I just want for the record to state for the court that I had discussed this case at length with my client. We met while he was out of custody and went over all of the police report, 911 call, videos, etc. I negotiated the plea to waive 2 previous convictions that he had when he had gone to TDC previously. And while I believe that I've done a great job, I did explain very clearly to him that if he was not satisfied with the plea bargain offers, that he certainly could go to trial. He has, as the court's seen, agreed that he wants to take advantage of that plea bargain offer. And I would ask the court to go ahead and follow that and allow him to go ahead and serve the 1-year state jail. But I want to make very clear, and it always concerns me when somebody insinuates that I didn't do my best or didn't do a good job, because you know how hard we work. I know how hard I work. And I just want to make clear that I did everything that I could for this young man standing here before you. And I am asking you to please go ahead and follow that.
All right. And so with his prior trips to prison, then is that something, because I don't have that before me, is that something that would have made this enhanceable?
Correct.
And
To
with
a
the
second-degree felony. Your
2 to
Honor.
20 years.
Correct.
Now, Mr. Ramirez, what I can tell you is I've read the police report. And honestly, from reading that, there's so much that could have went wrong. So the fact that you all have agreed to 1 year is to your benefit,
Yes, no. I realize that.
because more is deserved.
I realize that.
And what I can tell you, if the state would have offered 15 years and went forward on the enhancements, I would have said, yeah, 15 years, that's about right. So you're lucky that your attorney was able to negotiate for you and only get 1 year for somebody who's been to prison on an offense that could be enhanced to a second degree.
Yes, ma'am, I know. I'm blessed. I mean, she's a wonderful attorney.
Well, then why all this hesitation and this, I don't know, attitude about, yeah, I think she's okay, or whatever you're saying?
I mean, no, it goes deeper than what it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have a 4, 8, and a 12-year-old, and I've been going through emotional stuff personally, but I don't mean no disrespect towards my attorney.
Well, the fact that you have a 4, 8, and 12-year-old and you're going to prison, and you've obviously been in and out of prison while you had those 4, 8, and 12-year-olds on the planet, that's your fault.
Yeah, I know that.
These are bad choices that you are making.
I really know that.
And so if you want to be in your children's life, that is not your attorney's fault. That's all on you
Yeah,
for
I
not
get
doing
it.
what you're supposed to do.
Yes, ma'am.
You're not stepping up to the plate and being a father they can look up to.
I know that.
And this whole thing, this whole police report where you're chasing somebody in a vehicle, guess what? When somebody doesn't want you anymore, they don't want you anymore. Relationship is over. Move on. And all of these relationships that
This
people
was
are
not
in,
somebody that he had- This
I
was
know.
a stranger.
I know, but all of these relationships that people are in with spouses, with girlfriends, with boyfriends, you have known your parents longer than you've known these people. These people come into your life for a year or 2 years and you act like you can't live without them. So here's the thing. You have children on the planet. If you're not going to be a good father to them, if you're going to be in and out of the prison, it's probably best that you cut them loose so that perhaps they can have a good start in life without you in it and bringing nonsense. I'm going to follow your agreement. I'm going to sentence you to 1 year in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. And I was tempted not to give you any credit, which I could do for that.
Did check, Judge, and he has calendar days, 191 days. And I'm so sorry to derail you, but
No.
it does, I take it personally when somebody acts like I didn't do my best, and I just.
And the court is aware of your work,
Thank you.
and the court appreciates your work.
I appreciate that.
And she also speaks Spanish. And Jason, I appreciate your work too. I don't want people to say I'm unfair.
I worked with Jason today, but I'll appreciate him later.
All right, it's there. I appreciate Jason Garhan. I appreciate Kathy Compton. I feel like Romper Room. I know I'm aging myself with Romper Room, where she would look through the mirror. And Michael Villarreal, I appreciate you as well. Thank you. And everyone else who's in the room. All right, good luck to you. Do better, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching. Please make sure that you subscribe and like this episode, and I shall see you all again soon. And remember, stay out of trouble. If you want to see a really cool episode, check out the video on screen now.